Fuck you.
My favorite current new narrative is basically take like me and Big Deal. When me and Big Deal do content together, what am I really doing? I'm paying him to do an interview so that he will essentially smear T-Rail. That's how I was doing battle at that time.
You know what he's going to do.
A lot of people have suggested that the evil genius mind of Wack100 said, here's Luce Cannon. He's not necessarily with it enough to realize the play that I'm going to do, but I'm going to befriend this guy who used to be super close to Big U. I'm going to take Luce Cannon. I'm going to elevate him. I'm going to bring him onto podcasts like No Jumper, and then I'm going to basically allow him to say things that will be bad for Big U, whether criminally, whether how he's viewed in the streets, etc. I do believe that you're capable of that sort of espionage.
Okay, so there's a little truth in that, and there's a lot of bullshit in that. Okay, so
and intent is different than how it actually played out.
So, of course, Luce Cannon's approach was Big U, right? Wack, what up? Whoa, 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 man, Big U. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, is that right? That's what's going on? All right, so I sit back, I watched him. So he called. He like, hey, bro, and I'm going to make you remember this. I got a TV show coming out. Can you help me promote it? Right? Now, if you think about it, after I brought him up here, I personally sent him to academics. Ack said it. You didn't hear what Ack said it? He said you lined me up. He said you lined me up and said you was coming with him.
Nobody even had to tell me. As soon as I saw Luce on academics, I thought, oh, that's a whack play.
That's a whack play. But I told Ack I'm coming.
Yeah.
Right? I said, Luce. Like, yeah.
And then you didn't.
Yeah, right?
Okay.
So I told, now, I think this is what he broke the Meek Mill. I don't know. I'm thinking he going up there to talk about the show. And I believe he talked about the show, but they just spun into some other.
I mean, Ack's going to figure out what the good is. And I think when he told me about allegedly extorting Rick Ross and Meek Mill in the club, everything, I was more just like blown away, just confused.
You didn't believe that, did you?
No, at that time, no, not at all. Ack really seized upon that and like went into way more detail about it and kind of went with it. He was
beefing with Meek.
Yeah.
Ack and Meek was at it. So this is how I knew it was cap, right?
Chic Millie called
Listen, so it's a dude over there, no matter what has ever happened with me or Meek, whatever. It's a dude over there I always love and respect.
A chaser?
No, his name is Tiffy Bay. Yeah, he's a chaser.
Okay.
He's a chaser. Tiffy Bay. Tiffy Bay been home maybe about 6-8 months or whatever. Even when the bullshit going on, when I land in Philly, Tiffy Bay see me, he come over there and embrace me as a brother. It be bullshit going, but me and him, we got our brotherhood, right? Tiffy Bay with me. Listen, this is a fact. Tell me you robbed Meek and shot Tiffy Bay 20 times and he dead, and I might believe it because you got to kill Tiffy.
You're saying Tiffy ain't laying down.
Tiffy ain't laying down for nobody.
Okay, so let me just stop this video real fast because I just want to give my reaction to the video this far. You know, some people they've been claiming that ADMITS has been lying because they're saying that, if you remember, I would say 2 days ago, they said that Adam, he was talking to the cops in regards to the Big U case. And, you know, some people on the internet are claiming that this is actually false because, according to them, they're saying that ADMITS is just, you know, stirring up chaos and pretending like as if he's been, you know, basically nabbed by the cops. Because he claimed that the cops, they wanted to serve him some papers, and then he was, you know, basically talking to them at the police station because they wanted some info about Big U and Big Baby. And like I said, some people they claim that, you know, Adam is just lying that this never happened, but, you know, we don't know. I just wanted to bring that up because, I mean, it sounds fishy if you ask me. So let's get back to the clip.
He ain't laying down for nobody, right? So now on top of that, it's 10, 15 other Philly dudes with him, right? This is what I believe. I believe Luce might have been at the club because just how he knew who was in the club, right? Or somebody told him who was in the club. So what Luce would do, he'll take some shit he may have saw, some stories people may have told him, and then he'll insert himself. And then he'll tell the story. But if you hear the true story, you always catch 2 or 3 things that's like, no, he said it was that, but it was really that. Come on, bro. You really think? Do you really think? Look, I don't really fuck with Meek like that, right? Meek is not taking his jury off, and his security is not stepping away,
right? Yeah.
To hand it to a dude.
That was hard to believe, yeah.
Right? Let me explain to you why Big U wouldn't allow that to happen. One reason, they're all Muslim. See, when you talking to me about certain shit, I understand the overall politics. They're all Muslim, and they're from Philly. It's real brothers. You've talked to one when Nick was here on the phone when I called him. That are our go-to for our big business, that are real Muslim, who no Muslim could allow that to happen to a Muslim. They serious about that. TV, all them dudes, I don't know if Meek is or not, but it don't matter what Meek is. Those other brothers are with Meek. So Big U is not going to send his homies at the Muslims. He's a Muslim. It's not going to happen.
I assume, and I assume a lot of people out there are assuming, that there's some sizable portion of people saying that they're Muslim who absolutely do not have a problem with extorting or robbing some other Muslim.
Listen, I don't know the Muslims.
There's got to be a lot of that.
I'm telling you, the Muslims I know, and there's a lot of Muslims watching this, and I'm pretty sure you'll see in the comments, they're not going to allow or call a shot and send non-Muslims to harm a Muslim. It's not going to happen, bro.
Okay.
All right, now, so, first of all, I want to thank you so much for tapping into my channel. I appreciate y'all. And the clip I do show y'all, that was Wack100 and also Adam22 from the No Jumper podcast. And as you heard, Wack100, he said that he admitted, rather, that he had something to do with the Big U case. And what I would say is that if Wack100, he keeps on talking, he's gonna be next up. They're gonna snatch him. That's what I predict. And the reason why Big U and Brick Baby and Luce Cannon was basically snatched by the cops is because they kept talking on the No Jumper podcast. And if you actually read the papers, the documents about this case, you can clearly see that Luce Cannon, he's sitting there because of the things that he said on the No Jumper podcast, because they've been snitching. And that's the problem with this generation when it comes to people that are born in the 80s, 90s, and 70s. This generation love to talk on the internet. I'm not talking about YouTubers. I'm talking about people that are actually putting in work on the street. They love going on podcasts, DJ Vlad and No Jumper, and just reveal their whole business and organization. That is something that Big U actually did, because he would talk about certain things that he did on the streets, and now basically the feds are using that against him. So let me know what you think about this. Make sure to like this video, subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next videos.